a little bit of something crusted on them. They're not. It doesn't look like they're very good at hiding this shit.
No, not particularly. I'll actually grab one of them and walk it to that bathroom. Place it down in the sink and turn on the scalding water. And as soon as that happens, I'm going to use, well, since dice have been kind to me, I'm going to end up then using off unseen passage to potentially get out, but potentially also be able to end up letting them know what's up.
Okay, go
There's that
ahead.
route.
Go ahead and roll your obfuscate roll again.
Hmm. Now this one, alerting them, and I will willpower. I might. Nope.
Yep,
Yep. We're going to
they've got
willpower
3.
that for 2. I got 3 as well. Shit.
Yep, you're the defender. They're the attacker in this case.
Yep. Things were going too well.
You turn on the scalding water and attempt to obfuscate yourself once more. But as soon as you start walking out of the bathroom, as you had done previously, Jordan is right there, looking at you, staring at you.
I wiggle my fingers as though they can see me because I'm not convinced that they can.
Who are you?
Well, I am somebody who decided to end up popping on by.
I
Most people
see
don't leave.
that.
Most people don't leave leftovers on my front doorstep. Kind of curious who'd do that. And here I was trying to be helpful without being too pushy.
Well, it looks like you broke into my house.
Mm. And looks like you left a bunch of carcasses.
I did what I could.
And then you went to a doctor. Curious. Not the route I would have gone, especially with your condition.
What do you want?
What I want? Well, I guess that depends. He kind of leans in.
Ugh,
I was going to end up being kind about this.
you've got a worm.
Oh, that's not half of what I have, honey. See, I'm just downright adorable. You did what you have to do. I get it. But you also got a lot of attention. Attention from some people that really don't want to end up doing it. The kind of people that would hurt your sister, for instance.
Or you.
What am I?
A thief.
Haven't stolen anything from you.
Break and entering. Break and entering is a crime all its own.
Well, he pulls out his phone. 911, right? You want the cops here? Go ahead.
I asked you, what
Tell
do you
them.
want? What are you doing here? What is the point of this?
Well, I was hoping to be a little bit more subtle about it. Didn't figure that you had those kind of gifts. But I know about your meetings. I know about the bodies. What I'm trying to ascertain is, do you know what you've done?
Very aware.
What did you do?
Killed some people.
That doesn't matter. What did you do?
I don't understand.
Because I figured that one of you's really, really messy. Probably goes a bit hungry. Holds it back as long as you can. The other one, well, good job with the bleach. But otherwise, I'm curious. Do you share meals? Try and reduce it that way?
Makes no sense to let it go to waste.
And right now, the dear doctor is, well, involved.
The dear doctor is the only one we knew could actually explain what was going on.
And what did he tell you? What's actually going on? Come on, Lick. Give me an education.
I don't know who you are.
I pop my fangs. You sure about that? You sure you don't know who I am?
You have fangs. Jordan? You hear Julie from the other room. In a second.
I put my hands behind my back. I hit speed dial. As I kind of lean in with that confident swagger. And I am dialing in the shop. And I am counting on Kane being home.
Kane, are you able to take a phone call?
Oh, this would be calling the shop, so that would actually.
Well,
Well, he would
Alex,
actually
Alex first.
remember. I now have someone that has a phone for you guys to call and get Kane where you need him quickly.
Well, he's calling Alex's shop, and Alex, from what I understand, was not home.
She's not home, but one of her staff is there and can forward the message if it needs to.
Oh, there's not going to be a message, so yeah, I think it's probably going to be.
You hear the staff member answer, and you probably hang it up.
I was going to say Alex has her own personal phone as well.
Okay.
That everybody would have the number for.
So let me see if I can explain what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
Just so you understand my intent. The idea is kind of like hands behind my back, leaning in, like I'm trying to end up offering my face to them. Reality is I'm trying to make sure that that line is live, so that somehow one of these two can hear that conversation.
Okay.
Now remember, I earlier described the burner phone as I have put it on speakerphone, but I have dialed its mute button all the way down. So it's not going to make any noise. But it is going to allow the broadcast.
Okay. I understand.
I'll just throw out there that Alex does have her own person.
Okay. Well, one of you two would have been speed down. So I'm going to presume at this point it was Alex, just because it needs to be somebody who understands, not an intermediary. But I also presume that Kane would have probably run into Alex by now. So that's a bad presumption on Shriek's case, maybe. But
maybe. Look, We just want to be left alone. Okay?
Yeah. And you made that impossible. You? Hey, don't look so glum. Better I found out than somebody else. So let's try this. Jordan, Julie, they call me Shriek. And hopefully Alex can hear this conversation and is getting the idea. Now, you two left a pile of bodies on my front lawn. You trying to end up figuring out what was going on, decided to try and reach out to Dr. Keller. You then came back into this place, and I recite, like, who knew such a nice place was here? You know, if I'm in, I actually literally say the location. Because honestly, I thought that this entire neighborhood was a shithole. You two have done phenomenal work in here, I might have to say.
Why do I get the feeling that this is weird for some reason?
Everything's weird, honey.
You're very weird.
Kind of happened when you both died. My question is, who made you?
We don't know.
You don't know. Do they know? Or are they trying to hide that?
Inside
That's
check.
the question.
Coffee, since Alex is listening in, would she know the practices of the Sabbat?
That is a very good question. That would be a intelligence occult on your part.
Particularly when it comes to things like Shovelhead.
Shriek, according to what you can read off of them, they're being genuine. They have no reason to lie to you right now. You're kind of staring at them a little intimidatingly, and they kind of don't like that.
I'm gonna willpower that one.
Okay. Yep, because you had... Ooh, that's 5.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely have heard rumors. You have heard the stories from Malaeus back in Australia, and you have heard the sort of the tales of the Sabbat that have roamed around the state of Texas. Particularly, you do know that Amarillo was recently overthrown as a Camarilla city by a Sabbat pack, as recently as about 20 years ago, and has since been either overtly, covertly Sabbat or Anarch overtly in its current stage. You do know that there are the occasional sort of former members, quote unquote, that have either since joined the Camarilla, aka the La Sombra, or simply just rove around the rest of the country in general, in Anarch cities, because they blend in better there than they do anywhere else. And their overt hatred for the Camarilla can be sympathized with. The Sabbat of Texas is mostly disbanded, from what you understand. As far as an organization, anyway.
And I would know that one of the ways that Sabbat have a tendency to go when they change people is to leave them entirely unaware of what they are. Yes?
Yes, unaware, having in times of war, having practiced, like shovel head burials, and they occasionally rise up out of their graves. Sometimes they don't. Uh, but yeah, that's definitely something that you've heard of. Whether these two fit that description remains to be seen, but that's what you know about that topic in particular.
Besides, it's only me and you two here. If that were to change, well, then we'd be having a different conversation.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Please send help.
She's gonna turn her phone to loudspeaker, and she's going to send a message to, unfortunately, that ghoul with the address.
All right. So, Kane.
With SOS on that.
Yep, Kane. Chatterbox would tell you there's an SOS coming from such and such number, which you would know to be Alex's number, and an address.
How far away am I?
Let's higher low it. Higher low.
Low.
Okay.
And Alex is also going to apologize to whoever she's with and head for her car.
It seems like a neonate Tremere is just now suddenly not understanding what's going on, but let you do as you please. Kane, you're across the city of Arlington. You're not outside the city, but it's gonna take a little bit for you to get there. You're not there. You're not close enough for it to be an immediate.
I would
immediate
basically.
arrival.
I would get in and drive as fast as I can, because normally they don't call for an SOS.
Right. Chatterbox is insisting on going with you, as he always is.
I'll tell him. No, I need you to do what we set up later. Also, go and pick up this, and I'll hand him a paper for tomorrow night.
All right. Sure, you're okay on your own.
Come on.
You
If
told
it's
him.
too heavy for me, what can you do, bud? Unless I go down with the ship.
4 fists are better than 2.
Well, not this time, though. Anyways, take care. I'm going to go deal with this. And I would haul ass.
And you haul ass. It's going to take a couple of minutes for you to arrive, but you will. Alex, you are at the Chantry, which is in Dallas. You're further away than Kate is.
Yep, she is still going to get in her car and she is going to drive the speed limit, but as quickly as she can.
Yes, you drive that eking little bit above the speed limit that's not going to get you pulled over, because highway patrolmen are a little bit
That
particular.
is the last thing they need right now.
They're a little particular about even 5 miles over in Texas, let's be real. But yeah, you get on the highway and you start making your way towards Arlington. You're probably a good 10 minutes after Kane arrives, sort of a deal. Kane is across the town, which is only going to take a couple minutes, but that does mean that Shriek is on his own for a couple of minutes.
Shriek is going to continue buying time more than anything. Let me make Julie, Jordan. You're both I'm going to guess you've only been doing this for a little while. Approximately. And if I recall, it was said 3 weeks is how frequently we've been finding the bodies?
Yeah, it's been one
3
or
weeks?
two a week for 3 weeks.
Okay. You've only been at this for 3 weeks. Right?
Something like that.
Don't be like that. I get it. Creepy guy suddenly shows up in your dorm.
It kind
Natural
of,
to be defensive.
yeah, it's kind of weird that you're in my house and I didn't know about it.
I get into a lot of places that people don't know about. It's how I
That's
know about you and the doctor. It's how I know about the bodies. It's
that's
how I know about how they were cleaned up. It's about how I know what the police have on you.
Then what do you want?
To give you the chance I didn't.
Chance you didn't. What is he talking about, Jordan? I don't know.
You don't know a lot about this life. And you two are beautiful, I'm gonna say that. If I had to guess, a couple of roses. Or do you know what I mean when I say that?
They both shake their head. Dr. Keller's the first
Dr.
one
Keller
we
is an
met.
idiot who doesn't understand a thing about your situation.
That
In
is...
fact, he's been doing quite the opposite.
What do you mean?
Let me ask you something. This recent cleanup job, home decor, you happen to feel like little things at a place bug you a little bit more since you became like this?
Not particularly. Why? It does tend to bother me a little bit, though, Jordan. Shut up.
Honesty. It's the best policy. So, let's go to the living room. Sit down. And have a proper chat. I'm going to
I'd
start
like to make a
first.
note that Alex does have Shriek on loudspeaker as she's driving, listening to every word of this.
That's fine. Shriek can't hear you because he's got his volume turned all the way down. So if you were to say something, he wouldn't hear you.
Creek gestures like a gentleman to back towards the living room.
They both go to the living room and sit down next to each other.
I sit on my hands, mostly because it might be here showcasing that I'm trying to not pose a threat. Reality is, it's just to keep hiding the phone. So, my biggest concern right now is who did this to you. You see, in our world, that's a criminal offense. Worse than anything you two have done tonight.
All we did was go to the doctor.
I know. You went to the doctor. And you killed a bunch of people. Now,
It's only a couple.
for now, how long do you think you're going to be able to do that for?
Well, that was
How
what we were
long?
going to Dr. Keller for.
What do you think the doctor's going to do for you?
Thought maybe he had a cure or advice or something.
I don't think the doctor is fluent in necromancy.
Necromancy?
I hang up the phone at this point, and I stay still at that point. Out of curiosity, has anybody checked if you two are still breathing?
That's why we went to Dr. Keller.
The fact that you don't breathe, you don't have a heartbeat,
He's
the
the
fact that
same.
you're pale.
That's why we went to him.
And he didn't tell you anything about all this? Nothing at all of what you are?
No, he explained everything.
What did he explain?
That we're what's called kindred, which is basically fancy terms for vampires. That
Okay, good.
that vampires feed on blood, like the myth. Well, not so much a myth. And you notice it's Julie speaking a lot this time. And, you know, kind of gave us the first steps on how to feed. Well, the first time went really badly. And I really did try to just do it without.
Slowly pull my hand from under my ass and call me head gesture. It's okay. It's okay. If it helps, I'm not mad about it. But you understand that the fact that this was kept from us is a little bit bothersome. Now, I'm gonna end up asking Coffee. I don't think I've ever done. Nothing came to mind with Keller when it came down to kindred. Now, did it?
No, but I was kind of thinking you would have got the context clues based on the token, but, you know.
I'm taking no assumptions on anything. I am not presuming anything. But is Keller a member of the Camarilla now that I have a context clues? Or now that I have it plainly stated? Maybe I forgot about it. Maybe it slipped.
Yes, you met him at Elysium once.
Right. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot that.
Yeah. Your introduction as Dead Man's Hand was where you met him at Elysium.
Right. So,
It's been 14 episodes.
yeah, it's been a little bit. And so what would his position be then, specifically?
Make me an intelligence politics.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Ooh. Ooh, that's
that
almost
is
a double
7.
crit. Do you want to re-roll that one for a double crit?
No, I can't afford the spending of power at this point.
Doctor...
Now, real quick, whose domain are we in? We're still in Arlington, correct?
Just on the outskirts. Technically not. It could...
Whose domain is this, technically?
It's that blurry kind of line between yourself and the rest of the Dallas domain.
Okay. So, Julie, Jordan, let me help you out here. You did something very naughty. There are certain rules. Dr. Keller should have informed you on these, right? Did he inform you about the rules?
Yes.
Okay. He told you there's 6 of them, right?
I haven't memorized them all, but yeah.
You're going to want to work on that. Because not following those rules is a death sentence. Now, you broke 2 of those rules right out of the gate.
Oh. Oh. Ooh, that,
Now, did he
that's an
tell you what
accident.
happens when you break those rules? Especially if somebody hears about them. What does that mean?
Oh, God.
You're a cute couple. Really, I like you.
It's gonna be fine, Julie.
Julie. Honey.
Mm.
What you are isn't breaking the rules in that regard. But I think the reason Dr. Keller is helping you as he is, it really has nothing to do with you two. You see, what he wants, the same thing that I want right now, which is who made you two. There is somebody who thought of you as a collection. This happened to you both about the same time, I'm guessing?
Mm. That's
Yes
right.
or no?
Yes, that's right.
There we go. So they saw you two as an item. Light and dark, how poetic. Near twins, dress the same, act the same, sound the same. I mean, it's really, really cute. And I wish I can do with my hair what you have done with yours. I'm kind of jealous, low key. But that person broke a rule. We don't make new ones unless we're very sure, and we cleared it with a bunch of people. Can you guess why? Because of this situation right here.
Because of ones like me.
Because no one's actually going to help you. No one's there to guide you. And then you have to stumble along, and you might have lucked out. But what Keller can offer you and what I can offer you are 2 different things.
What are you offering?
I'm offering a chance. See, right now, you two hunt, that's our word for it, in my little neck of the woods. The place where people come to see me for permission for these kinds of things. I need to know who's slaughtering people in my own place. So while you might be upset that I broke in here, try and imagine how I felt when you killed you people and then left them on my front lawn.
It was an accident, I swear.
Accident or no, you did it, right? I'm not gonna browbeat you for it. I'm sorry. I'm working on it. Okay? But for all intents and purposes, tonight should go really badly. I'm trying to figure out a way not to let it go badly.
Okay.
But I know where you live. I know who you reported to. And I know a lot more about you two than you're comfortable hearing coming between my lips. because that's my job, to know things. Ask me a question, I probably know the answer. That's my little role in all this.
Do you know what they call Julie's condition?
The word I've heard on the street is organovore.
Oh, that sounds disgusting. You hear
Heart,
Julie say.
liver.
I hate it.
What's the old line? So many snacks, so little time.
I hate it. I don't want to do it.
Nobody wants to, Julie. That's the point. That's why we're called the damned. And if you think you got it bad, honey, you have it on easy street compared.
I don't know. It's pretty bad.
It does. It gets pretty bad. But you two need help. Now, I'm not going to promise you that your condition can be cured. That's not the way this works. The only way you get cured is typically over a slow roasting fire.
Ugh.
Don't go around fire, that's not going to help you. Stay out of the sun, that's not going to help you.
Coffee.
Mm.
Would enough time to have passed for Kane to show up?
Yes, you are knocking on the door presently, if you are knocking.
When I pull up, what do I see in here?
It's a house with a car in front of it in a rather nice neighborhood on the outskirts of Arlington.
Okay, is there a side door, one that is a little more hidden than the front door?
There's a front and a back door. There's not a side door.
Okay, I will walk around to the back door. Is it unlocked?
High or low?
We'll go low again.
It is indeed.
Then I will be as quiet as I can, opening the door and quickly moving through the house to find Shriek.
Deck stealth.
Actually, no, scratch that. That's not Kane. Kane would look as big and scary as he is and walk through the house.
You hear the door open in the back.
Relax, you two. I didn't come alone. I mean, it's a 2-on-1, and as much as I love a menage a trois, you two don't really do it for me. And he looks up, listening, footsteps.
And Kane, you find Shriek and two lovely ladies sitting on the couch in the living room.
Kane, meet the twins. Jordan and Julie. They're the ones who decided to leave us a little bit of a rabbit trail. Now,
walking in, I probably would be walking through the dining room. Kane would probably just grab a chair and turn it around and sit on it, leaning on the back of the chair. And just kind of stare there and wait for the download of information and look scary.
Now,
because he doesn't know how this has gone yet, so.
Yeah, that's fair. Kane here is what one would call an enforcer. His job is to make sure the rules are adhered to. Don't mind him, he's the big, strong, silent type. If you're into that kind of thing.
Okay.
You're gonna get nervous. It's not good to be nervous. Not with your condition. It actually aggravates it. So. Well, I'd say breathe in, breathe out, but.
Okay. Well.
So this is where the conundrum lies. Kane there wants to have a talk with whoever the hell made you. My job is to figure out who the hell that is. Now, as far as you two going, your continued existence is kind of predicated on that.
I don't know. I don't know either.
I know you don't know. I know you don't know. That's okay. You're not the culprits here. You're the victim of somebody who on a fling said, I want the matching set, and then realized they didn't match with the fucking dining table. That's what your life was worth to that person. If you can call them that.
Jeez.
They saw the two of you, took you, killed you, made you into what you are now, and didn't even stick around long enough for a thank you. You two I can deal with. It's who made you that's the problem right now. And I'm not about to end up throwing away my only two leads.
Okay.
So I'm expecting a specialist to come by. A specialist who might be able to help with that. But I'm going to need your cooperation. Because I don't think this is how you want to live. And you might want to be left alone, but I'm going to tell you right now. Kane, what's the chances of them being left alone anytime within the year, even if we were to walk out and say never see them again?
I say they'd probably last another week or two before someone picked them up. Or they met our little friend.
Little friend?
Do you find me scary?
You're big?
Do you find me scary?
Do you kind of give off a bit of that, yeah?
I find them scary. Now who do you want to deal with?
And he can eat a Jeep on his own. I seen it once, a whole Jeep.
Why would one eat a Jeep?
He smiles a little bit.
You'll
I'm trying to
learn
get you to relax.
Oh, you were joking. Okay.
Now, while we wait, you don't know who made you. Start from when the first time you woke up and found yourself like this, backwards, and tell me everything you can remember.
That's just it. I don't. And I think that's where we're going to pick up next time, because we've been going 5.5 hours.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Man, I can't wait for Alex to get there because she's got an idea of what to do to find out more about these girls. I might actually get to use my blood sorcery.
Call the specialist.
Yep, call the specialist. She'll arrive.
I just
shortly.
think that it's a good play on Shriek's part because, like, all right, Kane showed up first, but he called. Okay, so let's presume that the other one's on their way, or we're gonna have to bring these two over.
It's like out of character. I'm like, please say she took taste of blood, and the ritual that goes with it.
He doesn't have the ritual, I don't think. Hang on, let me look.
Taste for blood gives you some of the basics, like, are they kindred? Are they not?
Yeah, she doesn't have the ritual yet.
But she might know someone who does.
Well, since you did spend some time at the Chantry, and if you do have some experience at the end of tonight's session, there is the possibility that's what you picked up.
That is possible.
I know you've been eyeing Illuminate Trail of Prey.
I really have, but now I don't need it. but it's still a good one to have. But I
Yeah.
don't really need it right now.
Yeah. But with that being said, we have been going on far too long. So it's 5.5. Looking at my live timer on OBS, 5 hours 34 minutes. So there was an interruption in the VOD though, so I will have to PCs to upload it in 2 parts. But
Yes.
because I forgot to unpause my recording because I'm a dum dum.
Oh no.
Oh no! I forget every time. But that being said, we have some. Oh, we'll resolve that later with Anna. Anna had stains to resolve, but we'll resolve that one when I can talk to them again next. But it does mean we have some experience to dish out. So everybody gets their 1 for showing up for the table today. So
Oh, even me?
yeah, even you. Even though you came in at break and only had like a
I'm
couple of
sorry.
lines, you still get it. It's fine. It's fine. You still get it for showing up. Just in general. Doesn't matter how long you've been here. You showed up. You showed your pretty face.
Yeah. I tried.
Ugh. And then we're going to talk about who moved our plot and who had the best scene and who had our best lines from tonight. So, plot mover. Anna did, or Spectre Deflector did put in their picks from tonight for plot, scene, and line. But I want to hear what you guys think too. So,
Okay.
plot mover.
I want to say Shriek.
It's hard. It's between me and Shriek. Like I made in the beginning did all the stuff with the vans
Mm-hmm.
and like was working on moving some personal stuff, but then Shriek just had a long series of scenes that like he got the rolling. So I
I'm
think
sorry,
I
man.
have to get Steve. No, I'm thinking it through in my head. I'm not complaining. I think it has to go to Shriek just because it was a snowball that kept rolling.
Mm.
Push that plot.
And the only reason it stops is because we're 5.5 hours.
Yeah.
So we'll pick it up next time. But
That's
yes.
that's how it goes though sometimes, Derek. Like you had a good roll of scenes that kind of had to keep going. You know, it's not
Loved
always
it.
it's not like not there's sometimes episodes spotlight people. That's just how it is. I'm not
It
mad
was
about
time
it.
Shriek got some spotlighting. Honestly.
So, that's how it is.
All right. Well, I think it's unanimous because Spectre had also said Shriek for staying on the trail of the Organivore. So
Definitely stayed on the trail of the Organivore. Little did Specs know.
little did they know. Yep. Well, I think that's unanimous. Shriek, you get that experience. Did somebody create the audience poll? Yes, they did. Okay.
Yay.
And then now it's time for scene. Best scene.
I want to say Anna for that really heart-wrenching scene right at the start
Oh,
with
yeah.
her and her lover.
Yep. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Okay. What'd you say, fat guy?
It was either that or I kind of liked the scene with when Anna was like trying to talk to Kane. So, I don't know, I'm kind of torn.
Well, you can tie it up because Spectre also said Kane.
You know what? I will tie it up because Kane doesn't show that side of himself very often, so.
That's true. It's true. So it is tied up between Anna and Kane. So let's roll it off. High or low?
Low.
Hey, you both get it.
Yeah, it's better than it was doing Sunday.
Yeah, right?
3 guys up, 2 fails.
I know. It was bad. Best line.
What was that one that made me laugh from Shriek right at the end there?
You had put in our chat, anyone with a can of Pepsi can break into these.
Oh, that one was funny. I was like, I guess he forgot about Alex.
Spectre's voting for themselves, so.
I would say...
Alex got the audience favorite today.
Ow! I wasn't even here!
Raven Star
Alex is a fan favorite.
Exactly. Raven contributed 7,000 channel points to be able to make that happen, so there you go. Get
I
that
love
ritual.
You guys are great.
Raven says, get that ritual.
Okay. Best line of the night.
Best line, yep.
I think Shriek's description. You two were a matching set, but then were threw away when they realized you didn't match the coffee table or go with the coffee table.
Oh, that was poignant. Yep.
That was poignant, a little rough, and I loved it.
Yeah. Yeah. What's that say about their sire?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think, fat guy? You look contemplative.
Yeah. I didn't have a single line that I liked of mine.
It happens.
So I'll have to go with Shriek. Like, I had good scenes and, like, good conversations, but... Like, the closest thing to a line I think I had was, like, do I scare you? Yeah, well, they scare me.
Yeah.
But that's not, like, it wasn't as good as... Shriek's line was way better.
Okay, Shriek it is.
It is very to the point and describes, like, the whims of a Toreador.
Yep. I will update Spectre's sheet for them. But how did you guys enjoy the very long session?
Not gonna lie, the twins were definitely something that I'm like, okay, that's actually interesting. More sympathetic vibe rather than conniving, and further leads into another plot. Figured there was new, so like I said, the profile matches. So
Kane was not expecting to walk into the situation that he did.
I bet he was expecting to have to fight somebody. Or maybe a Diablo-Rice Shriek.
Could have happened that way.
Yeah. Like, Kane showed up either figuring, I'm hoping Shriek's still alive, or Shriek needs me there to do something very, very, very not good.
Or Alex is in deep shit because it was her that set the SOS.
Well, that's true. I wouldn't know it was Shriek.
Right.
Yeah.
You would have been expecting Alex.
Yeah, that's way better than why I was confused. I wasn't thinking about that because I'm tired.
Yeah.
Also,
it's almost 4 in the morning here, so.
Yeah. Also, Kane is like, all right, that bitch. She had the nerve to call me for help. We're going to talk about this afterwards. Then walks in and sees Shriek with 2 cute twins. Is like, the fuck? Okay, just stand here and look scary until you figure out what the hell is going on.
Not need to fuck.
No, I can't remember how much experience it costs.
Rituals are 3 times the ritual level. So if it's a level 2, it's 6. If it's a level 1, it's 3.
Level 1, it's 3.
Okay,
Yeah.
3 it is. And you have spent, I think, sufficient time at the Chantry on both times that you've been there to be able to get the fundamentals. It is going to be difficult to do your first time, but
Yeah.
you'll get the hang of it. Or maybe that's something you've been practicing for ever since you left Australia.
Possibly.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. That is tonight's session of Blood and Iron. Thank you guys so much for playing. And
Thank
to
you.
Spectre out there, who is, wish them luck in the Discord, because they're going to a job interview. So, definitely wish them some good vibes and good luck, because I'm sure anybody who's going to a job interview wishes that.
Oh yeah.
So, but yeah, and all of my players are wonderful. We had intermittent jumping in and jumping out, but you know, that's what we're here for. We're here for all of it. So, yeah, let's see if there's somebody to raid. There might not be this late at night, but you know, we tried. But we will be back tomorrow with some Rebirth and back for more of Blood and Iron next week. Moo Fushu is doing a charity Nuzlocke. We might actually go raid Moo. So yeah, let's go and say hi to Moo and have some chats about Pokemon. So we'll see you all guys next time. Say goodnight, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Night.
Good night.